Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the general monthly reading for the month of September 2018 for all of the astrological signs. For the reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main spread, and it's the 10-card Celtic cross spread. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot deck. And then the Oracle cards, I'll be using the Whisper of Love deck, and that's by Angela Hartfield, and the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn. Just a reminder, these readings are general in nature, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading with me would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the information that you need to do that can be found in the description box below this video. Another thing that I suggest doing is, besides watching your sun sign video, watch also your moon and rising sign. Many times if the messages in the sun sign video don't resonate, you might find that for that month, the messages in one of the other videos resonate, better or more for you, or by listening to all three videos, you have a more complete overview of what might be coming up during the month. Also, just to let you know, the way that the videos, the way that I've started doing them now each month, it's based on, the video that had the highest views from like the previous sort of either mid-monthly or monthly that I put out. So for this one, I looked at the mid-monthlies for the month of August. I start off with that particular sign. So for the month of August or mid-month August, Libra, Aquarius, and Cancer had the highest views. So that's who I am beginning with, okay, just so you know. Also, be looking out for, I did post the winner for the last month's giveaway, the full moon giveaway. If you're interested, be watching out. We will have another full moon giveaway at the end of September for the full moon happening then on the 25th, the full harvest moon. All right, I think as far as announcements go, that is it. So I will say goodbye for now. We'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. And just know that I am so very grateful to all of my subscribers, for everybody who leaves comments, who likes my videos. It really does mean a lot. All right, see you in 1 second for your reading. Hi Cancer, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your September 2018 reading. As you can see, I have already laid the spread to try to save a little bit of time, so let's jump into it. You have at the center of your reading the Knight of Wands, and he's crossed by, so what's helping or hindering this Knight of Wands? You have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. So the Knight of Wands to begin with could be an individual. When we have court cards appear in the reading, they can be people playing a significant role in our lives during this time. And you do have, I was just trying to see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 4 court cards. So, could be people. If so, then typically this Knight of Wands would be more of a middle-aged fire sign individual, male or female. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And, if it is a person, he's very, he's a very sort of courageous, very exciting individual. He's not afraid to, just go charging after whatever it is that he wants. And fire energy it has to do with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with creative projects, endeavors, and then it's our own creativity and ambition and passion for doing those things. I usually view knights and pages more as energy, right? And the knights, they can bring in gifts, but they can also, the knights are the ones who go off, they go in search of things. They go on quests for things. So they're the ones who go off or go after something. And so with the Knight of Wands sitting at the center of the reading, there could be something that, that you're feeling very excited about, setting off after. This could be a new job. This could be a new opportunity, a new creative project. But whatever it is, I think that you're feeling very passionate, very excited, very confident about it. And then, you're just really moving ahead, and sort of full steam ahead going after it. Now, what's, helping or hindering is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card speaks of it can be a judgment call, a significant decision that you're being asked to make here. And it's also a card that speaks of, rebirth, a rebirth after some type, of ending, leaving the past in the past, or leaving the past behind, along with any guilt or any bad feelings that, that go along with that. And then have this, fresh start. So there's this, whatever you're feeling excited about, it could be tied to this brand new start, or this significant, decision, a very tough decision, a judgment call. But just, after without this ending, without the death, there could be no rebirth, new life. And you also have, I'll show you this now, as the overall energy for the month, you have Major Arcana number 21, the World card. So this is a card that speaks of, significant endings, a significant chapter in your life coming to an end. And then, the new beginning that starts up after it, because obviously after the World card, this is the ending of the Fool's journey. And so it goes back to the Zero card. It goes back to the Fool again. So significant endings, but, with this new beginning coming in. And, the World card, it can have to do with, for some of you, there could be this sort of international type of connection. So there might be, for some of you, there might be traveling to a different country. There could be a new opportunity, maybe starting up in a brand new country. That's obviously not going to be for everybody. But, with the World card here, it is a significant ending, a significant completion, and then this, very exciting promise of a new beginning. So at the foundation, right, or in the deep past, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is not your sign Cancer, obviously. So this could be an individual who, sitting in the deep past, was playing an important role, maybe, having to do possibly with this new opportunity. Could be a job, could be just a new business opportunity, even, because the Suit of Pentacles deals with, it's the material things here or the things that we can touch and feel in the material realm, such as our resources, our home, family, finances. It's, financial prosperity. And the kings and queens in the Tarot, they're the ones who have really mastered their particular suit, So this King of Pentacles, even though he appears as a king, could be male or female. It's not gender specific in these general readings, but, an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. He has mastered the Suit of Pentacles. So he's very good at making money. He's very good at holding on to his money. He's somebody who's very, he's knowledgeable, right, when it has to do with sort of practical matters, and he's very reliable. He's a very reliable, dependable character. So, this person could have something to do with this judgment call, this decision, this new opportunity. Could be you taking on, maybe in the, you were taking on the energy of this King of Pentacles and just, handling matters in a very practical way, being very cautious, very careful with your finances. But, the only card out of the whole reading, the only negative card you have is sitting in the recent past. So I didn't pull clarifiers on it. If it had been, in the sort of the future positions, I would have. But this, for whatever reason, this Ten of Swords is showing up for you in the recent past. So there could have been, a difficult situation that unfortunately you were dealing with in the recent past. The Ten of Swords is usually, as you can see, here on the card, it's, you know, the lowest point of a particular situation, right? The woman here is, she's just down. She's just down and out, you know, with all the swords in her back. So representing, you know, some type of betrayal, feeling as though she's stabbed in the back. But tens in the tarot are endings, right? So this is, you know, it can only get better. So the 10 of swords, much like I was saying with the world card, how it's this, you know, new cycle beginning, the 10 of swords, what it goes back around to is the ace, right? And aces in the tarot are brand new beginnings. They're very positive cards, right? Very positive energy to have. So with this sitting in the past position, you know, it is over now, right? So, you know, there could have been this difficult situation of betrayal, possibly within the work environment, maybe. But, you know, it is behind you. And I think maybe with the judgment card here, and going back to what I was saying about, you know, needing to leave any thoughts of, you know, regret or, you know, any bad feelings to do with the past, they need to stay in the past, right? So if somebody did something to you that was unfair or betrayed you in some way, it's over. Leave it in the past. You have new things coming in. Now, what you have as your crowning energy is Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. And this is a card that speaks of, you know, sort of going within. It's introspection. It's looking. You can see that the woman on the card, she is up on this mountaintop, right? She's retreated from the world in order to gain this new perspective, in order to gain some type of knowledge on some, you know, a situation. A lot of times the Hermit is about like going inwards, and it's, you know, the sort of soul searching, the searching for answers about ourself as well as, you know, the universe. But even though the Hermit is, you know, sort of out here alone in the wilderness, she has this, you know, the light to guide her. So she has, you know, there is this light, there is spirit, there is, you know, something, her intuition, there's something there that's guiding her as she moves forward. And, you know, if you're moving out of a 10 of Swords situation, I mean, obviously, you know, there are a lot of thoughts like, well, why did that happen? You know, why did that happen to me? And why is it that that person did that to me or treated me that way? Why did I have to experience that? So all of this kind of soul searching is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's, you know, it's a perfectly natural thing to want to understand these things. And so, you know, you might be, that might be what is on your mind right now. You know, well, why did that happen? You know, what it could have to do with putting things on hold with this Hermit card, right? Putting projects on hold, kind of getting rid of, you know, distractions, or getting rid of all of those, you know, the day-to-day things that you usually occupy yourself, you know, with those things. Just kind of get rid of all of that in order to really go within, you know, reevaluate where you are, you know, what you're doing on your current path, and then, you know, where you're heading. And coming up in the near future, you have the King of Wands. Again, could be a person. If this is a person, it would typically be an older fire sign individual, male or female. Even though he appears here as a king, it's not gender specific. So, but fire sign, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And you have the Knight of Wands at the center, and then the King of Wands in the near future. And he's, you know, he's a very charismatic individual. The King of Wands, he's very passionate, very fiery. He's also very courageous. You can see, you know, he obviously has the lion here. So it could definitely, you know, could be a Leo that that is coming in to help you, or could have something to do with whatever this new beginning is. But he also has, you know, this vision. He's a real sort of trailblazer. So he's not afraid to set off on a new path. To, you know, if there's a new endeavor, he's the one who's, you know, out front going after it. So if this isn't a person coming in, this could be you just, you know, taking on this energy. And after you come out of this, you know, very sort of solitude and really thinking about where you're going from here, you could be coming out very empowered. And it's interesting because sort of sitting next to him, and this is in the, and I'm jumping around a little bit, but in the hopes and fears position, you have, the card which is sort of one up from the King of Wands, right? We have the Emperor. So I think what you're hoping, with this sitting in the hopes and fears, you're hoping for, for this progression. You're hoping to, take on the energy of this Emperor. And the Emperor, if we think that, kings are the ones who, they rule a kingdom, right? So they're responsible for the control and running their kingdom. Emperors, they have a much larger area. They have an empire. And so it's, it's sort of the higher version of the kings. So this is, and it's a very powerful energy, right? The Emperor is a very solid, a very strong energy. And the Emperor is all about taking care of what's his. So taking care of his family, taking care of his home, taking care of his domain. And he's very, he's very self-assured. He's very intelligent. He's also very, very powerful, right? On the negative side, he can be a little overbearing, right? He can be or he has the tendency to turn into, more like a dictator if left unchecked. But, he's a very strong character. So I think that as you're moving, kind of getting out of this Ten of Swords and having this new start, I think that you're hoping for this progression, this very solid, stable energy here, moving from, we have the Knight to the King to this Empress. I think that's what you're hoping for. Now, going back here to you appear as the Two of Wands. Okay, so more fire energy, and the Two of Wands is a card of decision. It's a card of choice, right? Of kind of, being at a crossroads, staring down the two paths. And then you're the one who's deciding, you know what, this is the right path for me. And for whatever reason that, you have for choosing that path, you go down that path and you're very sure of yourself. You're very confident. It's a very powerful and empowered energy, the Two of Wands, because, you're the one making the decision and you're going after it. And so I think it really does tie in with, the rest of these cards here, as far as, you hoping for, this progression, you hoping for this success that you're having. And definitely with the Two of Wands, this is a very, it's an exciting energy. It's more fire energy here. But in your surrounding, you have this Page of Swords, and this is kind of like it's like the little pessimistic page, this Page of Swords, right? She's, appears as a she, right? So in this particular deck, but she has her sword drawn. She's very defensive, right? And she feels as though she has to kind of be on the defensive, even though there really isn't anybody around her, right? She's not under attack, but she feels as though she needs to protect herself. She needs to be on the defensive. The Suit of Swords, again, we had the swords over here with the Ten of Swords, but it's the suit of the mind. It's the suit of our intellect. It's where we come up with our ideas, our thoughts, and it's also has to do with intuition and how we communicate our thoughts, how we get those thoughts across to other people. And pages are usually the ones who bring in news, right? They bring in, this could be a person. If so, then typically this would be a younger energy, right? This is more of a younger, more mature energy. So it could be a child of yours, could be, somebody in their early 20s, late teens, but an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I usually view, the Knights, the Pages as energies, right? And it could be news coming in, receiving news about, something, but it's kind of like, there's this defensive type of energy, and this is sort of surrounding you. So I think that there's again, this need to kind of release that, so possibly this need to release any type of, if there is this sort of negative thought pattern, or, if there is this defensive type of thinking, release that, because there's no need for that. There are new beginnings. There's progression here. Don't allow yourself to kind of fall into or fall back into this negative thinking, right? Because on sort of the negative side of the Page of Swords is that this is somebody who's kind of hostile, right? Slightly argumentative, even like angry, right? But, usually this person is very, good at diffusing conflict or solving problems. Somebody who's sort of ready for action, somebody who's calm, and uses, their intellect, uses their mind to solve a problem, or to, so just try to, I would say, the sort of the guidance here is to release any negative thinking, and just trust in, this, whatever this major decision, right? And the Two of Wands is a decision card. With the Judgment, this could be a very significant decision. Just trust in yourself. Trust in your decision here. Trust in this new cycle. I've already mentioned the Emperor card here, so that, what you have as you leave the month is this beautiful Nine of Cups. And this is the, it's the minor arcana version of the Star card. It's the Wish Upon a Star. And it's about setting your intentions, right? Putting all of your wishes, all of your intentions out into the universe. And then remaining optimistic, remaining positive, trusting that the universe, will receive all of these intentions and that your wishes will be granted. So it's a, beautiful card of wish fulfillment. The Suit of Cups deals with our emotions, our feelings, has to do with our relationships, also how our emotions, influence our behavior, influence our relationships. And this is a very happy energy, right? It's wish fulfillment. It's feeling as though, everything is right, whatever you've wished for here, whatever this important decision was, whatever this choice is that you're making, things are, there are wishes being granted. Things are working out. You have this beautiful new beginning with the World card. So let's take a look at your two Oracle cards and see how they tie in with the rest of the reading. You have from the Whispers of Love deck, card number 36, and it's called Turn On Your Heart Light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. And from the Sacred Traveler deck, we have Fogged In. Go slow, take time. All right, so let me find the first one. I like to read the full meaning for the cards from the guidebook for the Oracle cards. So card number 36 says, thinking of loving moments will enable you to open your heart. Taking time to draw on a memory of love reopens and heals your heart to receiving love. It is important to keep your heart light on and broadcast your love out into the world. And the other one, Fogged In, says, let me find it here. Even if you can't see what's around the next corner, go forward slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you are moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Take time to tune into your deeper intuition. Power is born in those times when you relax into the present moment. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Sometimes the mist and fog are so thick that the traveler feels uncertain about everything. Where am I going? What am I meant to do? Why can't I see what's ahead? However, it's in these moments of unknowing that the deepest and most profound answers to life's big questions can emerge. The secret is to traverse slowly and carefully so as not to fall off the path. Be careful. Proceed with caution in all things as you sense the best direction. Listen to the whisperings of your soul. Trust your inner voice. And I definitely think that this Fogged In goes along with, you can see like around sort of the head of the hermit here, there's like fog, right? There's fog sort of surrounding the tip of the wings here. There's fog surrounding the lantern. There's fog over the mountain. So, if there's something that you are not sure of, right? Trust, go within. I think that's with the hermit sitting here as the crowning energy. Go within. Trust that things are moving forward. They are progressing as planned. There is very positive, with the Nine of Cups as the outbound energy, and then the World card as the overall energy. New cycles, change, new direction, and also wish fulfillment. So this is very positive. But do trust in what's happening, right? Just trust that things are working out for your good, and try to release with the Ten of Swords, this Page of Swords, release any negative thought pattern, right? Just let go of that. Focus on, this forward movement. Focus on what's coming in for you, and just remain positive, because it looks like a very good month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of September. Bye for now.